I'm Dara O'Brien. Merry Christmas. You know, this isn't really the time of year for biting satire and hard-hitting political comment. It's time for family, togetherness and joy. So we've put together this special festive show featuring some seasonal chat, some best bits, and a sack full of hilarious unseen material. So sit back, relax and enjoy it. Until next year, you look after yourself now. Yvonne the cow has been discovered on a German farmer's field. This is the biggest story in Germany this summer, right? Yvonne the cow was going to an abattoir, but escaped from the abattoir and ran off into the wild. This is the kind of image they had of Yvonne. They couldn't see her for months, but occasionally in the distance...
Did they get that from a B&B? That's that kind of art you have in a bedroom in a shit bed and breakfast. That is like, are you sure that isn't Harry Potter's... Is that not Harry Potter's Patronus?
It is a beautiful story, though, because, you know, they've captured her and they're taking her back now and they're looking after her, and they've given her a job presenting Loose Women. They're a bit worried she might be a bit highbrow, but they're just going to rein her in.
I don't know why the bulls don't put the streets down. It really pisses me off. What the hell is that, Linda?
How did they try to catch her?
Well, it's tragic. She was missing for 3 months, so they put a picture on a milk carton, but no one noticed. I don't know. I don't know how you find a cow. Like put 2 AM look.
They sent bull noises. They played bull noises into the forest.
They had an actual bull.
Did they
used a real bull. It stood there playing Barry White CDs.
Oh.
How do you make a bull make bull noises? There's one.
Sweet voice. That worked. No, it didn't. He just turned up on a farm. And she's now in an animal sanctuary. She's not going to be slaughtered. She's been reunited with her 2-year-old son. Also a cow.
She's not a He's actually a packet of burgers. But he's glued his face on.
Big bag of veal. Your son is delicious.
Yes. I would love that above the fireplace, that picture.
Okay, at the end of that round, possibly the weirdest round we've ever done.
The story we should have done this week is the story of that poor pensioner who complained to the post office that his letters weren't being delivered. And it was pointed out to him that for 3 years he'd been posting them into a red dog poo bin.
And now we come to our special Christmas quiz. I asked the panelists a series of questions all about the festive season in the hope of filling 5 minutes, we're trying to get out of this, of our Christmas special. So, teams, here we go. First question, what Christmas tradition was it? There are no buzzers or any points. This show is not built in any way to accommodate genuine quizzes. But nonetheless, you can take a turn. Which Christmas tradition was inaugurated by Sir Henry Cole in 1843?
Is it the Christmas tree?
Is it not the Christmas tree?
Arguing with your relatives?
No, it's not that one either, I'm afraid, no.
Is it holding mistletoe above your head and therefore being allowed to sexually harass other people?
It is not that happy tradition, no.
Is it waking your children early, saying to them, oh, it looks like the sleeping pills have worked, happy Easter?
Is it going to church just once a year, and that's usually at midnight after the pubs have closed because you want one more glass of wine?
Man, you really want to be desperate for your wine, wouldn't you? It's something to bring up at an AA meeting. I sat through God. That's how much I wanted another drink.
Is it a Christmas stocking?
That's not Christmas stocking.
That's a Victorian tradition.
Were you trying to mime something there for us?
It was...
The Christmas card.
Yes! Well done, Ed Byrne. Points for him. Congratulations.
There are no points. I know there are no points. You promised us there'd be no points.
Name Santa's reindeer. I'll take attempts at this.
Donner and Blitzen.
Correct.
Prancer and Vixen.
That's 2 each.
Dasher.
Yes, 3
It's like they're doing a duet.
Bonza. But not Rudolph. That's a lie.
We've had... What have we had? I've lost.
Donner and Blitzen. Donner and Blitzen. Some Dasher Comet.
Bashful.
Bashful, Sleepy, Doc and Vixen.
If one's called Comet, one's going to be called Curry's.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Comet, Vixen, Cupid.
Cupid?
No, we said Cupid.
Ridiculous name for a reindeer. Cupid.
They must have teased him, though, with a name like that. They must have teased him. He must have been the reindeer that they teased.
Reindeer are notoriously shallow, in fairness. If the story about Rudolph is anything to go by, reindeer are ridiculously shallow. And they will make fun, and they will slag you off until you get a job with Santa, and then they will all love you. The last line of that song should actually be, and then Rudolph turned around at them and said, well, fuck you, I'm with Santa now.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Why did you look at my ass for the entire... What we want for the entire word while you look at my hole. Right? It doesn't matter how fast we fly, that's all you're going to see. Ho, ho, ho. All you're going to see is my hairy reindeer ass going all around the world. The nose is in the front, bitches. The nose is fighting fog, but you're looking at my ass, Cupid. That's all you get.
Enjoy your reindeer game.
Oh, can we move on? Oh, sorry, is that not festive enough for this ridiculously contrived? Sorry, am I not striking the mood in the nation at this stage? Yeah, look at bitches, look at that ass. See you, baby, shaking that ass, shaking that ass. Yeah. Good night. Ho, ho, ho. In other news, what is the Bank of England doing to improve the UK's dire economic situation?
Bring a buy sale.
Yes, a massive global bring a buy sale. No.
Quantitative easing.
Yes.
It's very difficult to say that.
Yeah.
Quantitative easing.
Yeah.
And George Osborne, didn't he? He said in 2009, he said quantitative easing is the last resort of a desperate government when all other policies have failed.
Well remembered, he did.
Yeah, well, it's fantastic that he had such foresight back in 2009 to know what a crap chancellor he was about to become.
Who announced that? Who announced the quantitative easing?
Mervyn King announced it.
So I get confused. I genuinely get confused between Mervyn King and Marvin Gaye. Every time I hear Mervyn King, I think, didn't he do I Heard It Through the Grapevine? Is that right? That's wrong.
I always think that Mervyn King doesn't look so much like a man as a mole who was burrowed out of a suit.
Mervyn King said, this is the worst recession ever, the worst financial crisis ever. The word ever, whenever you put it on the end of a sentence, just makes you sound like a petulant teenager. There's no other way. This is the worst financial crisis ever. I hate you. I wish I'd never been involved.
The thing about this QE, though, isn't it, is they're worried exactly where the money, will go, what the banks will do with it. Obviously, the government are hoping that it will go to small businesses, or as they used to be called, large businesses.
Do you know how much growth the UK has gone through in the last...
0.01%.
0.1% growth. And that is all down to Adele. If she hadn't released that album, frankly, there'd be no growth at all.
Times are hard, and I didn't think that I'd get a loan from the bank for my knitting business. I found if I actually turned up wearing a balaclava...
The problem with quantitative easing is they want to pump £75 billion into the economy, right? And that's literally printing more money. That means your money is worth less. This is the second time they've done it. Every time they do it, your money is worth less. I think every time they do it, the Queen should be wearing shittier and shittier clothes until eventually she's just in Primark leggings and a scrunchie.
There's a fag hanging out of her mouth.
And then he goes, the Governor of the Bank of England promises to pay you fuck all, mates.
Our next round is called Newsreel. We play in a recent piece of footage featuring people in the news and ask you to suggest what might be being said. This week's clip features David Cameron.
Right, well, they said this was the place to go for the world leaders' Christmas party, but doesn't seem to be anyone around. That's a little bit strange, so never mind. Oh, dear, look, a long corridor, lots of cameras. Oh, my God, I think I may be entering the Big Brother house. Never mind, I hope they've got the housemates I wanted. Stacey Solomon, Ian Beale, and 8 from Steps. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm Angela, Bavaria's next big model. There's the eyes. Yes, I used to be a world leader, but not anymore, no. I've come to read the meter. It's over there. Yeah. I got a pencil. That's Oh, bonjour. How are you? Oh, my God. Even the Chinese are taller than me. Tell you what, maybe I should start wearing Carla's heels. I'll tell you a secret. I'm already wearing her panties. See? Look, you'll enjoy this. Look at that. See? That's one of our riots. Yes, it's true. It could be taboo. Yes. Hey, big fella, how you doing? Yeah, Merry Christmas. How was your year? Yeah? Well, it wasn't bad, actually. Yeah. I tell you a highlight of mine. I personally tracked down and killed the world's most wanted man, Osama bin Laden. Yeah. There was no footage released because I did it on my own. Yeah, I did. Tell me, bang. I got him. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. So, has anybody given you a Christmas box? Well, unfortunately, no. I was hoping to get one with Nick Clegg's head in it, but... yeah, that's me. I got Osama. Yeah. Yeah, I killed him. Bare hands. Yeah. Yeah. No joking. Yeah, that's me. Someone has dropped this curtain on me, but from where? I'm not going to drink any of the tap water. I think David Walliams might have been swimming in it. So, yeah, it was me, bare hands, one blow. Yeah. Yeah, presents, I won a stepladder. Yeah. No, it's Ben Kingsley, isn't it?
Well, lovely to see you, Mr. Cameron. Come over and sit down here. Yes, please, make yourself comfortable. Well, thank you very much. Yes, I think there's great scope for cooperation between our two nations. I think we can move forward together in the future. And if I can say just one thing to you, symbols. Please,
Why should it be illegal to eat mince pies on Christmas Day?
Because they're fucking minging.
But why is the are they actually mince? Are they?
No, you can go really badly wrong with that. It's mincemeat, which is a mixture of vileness, vomit, tears, disappointment, and lemon peel. As opposed to meat.
Mint.
Like many things about Christmas, it sounds fun and it's a massive disappointment.
Why should it be illegal, though?
Because they contain swan.
No, it's not because they can. It's because a well-known friend of the Irish, Oliver Cromwell, banned them in the 17th century, and the law has never been rescinded.
Really?
Yeah.
You're fairly safe, because you're very unlikely to meet a roundhead now. In Tesco. I've been there lots. I've never seen one. Have you?
Well, it depends whether Dara's shopping there or not.
Oh, God.
The humour of that situation was reduced by me dying of TB.
Just gob it out, darling.
Okay.
Just gob it out.
I'm not just going to gob it out.
Remember when people used to do a big gob on the floor and they'd say, pick the bones out of that one?
Those were great days, weren't they? How have the three main party leaders fared in a recent poll?
Well, quite badly. It was a survey, wasn't it?
It was a sort of testing.
Are you, would you like me to give you a consumption doctor?
You're such an Irish stereotype. Look at you dying of consumption.
So cold. You wait till the famine kicks in.
How have the three main party leaders fared in a recent poll?
Well, was it a poll?
It's a poll, a survey. Yeah,
It's a focus group. Lord Ashworth ran a focus group in which he got people to identify leaders of each of the parties with particular animals. So Cameron was a lion, Miliband was a dog, Clegg was a kitten, which is fair enough, isn't it? Because those are three things that are never going to clear up their own shit.
But if Cameron was compared to a lion, what we want to know is, does that make Theresa May the witch and Eric Pickles the wardrobe?
It was a sheep as well. He was a kitten,
it was
a
all
sheep,
like, yeah.
or a mouse.
But when he said he reminded them of a bulldog, you know, there was the Tory party now saying, oh yes, sturdy, powerful British, whereas people might have meant stupid, dangerous, inbred.
If you were going to be an animal, if you personally wanted to be an animal, there's nothing wrong with being a sheep.
No.
I would like to be a sheep. Because if you are a sheep, humans will still speak to you. What? Bah!
I thought, okay, yeah. Let's consider the point proven and not begin a dialogue.
I'm just going to see if they follow me.
Doesn't that work with any animal, though? No, no, we're not doing this. We are not going down.
So far.
What's that? What was that? It was an owl.
A duck pond. If you go past a duck pond and you don't go, you started to die.
I thought that Clegg could have turned being compared to a mouse to his advantage, because mice traditionally gnaw through cables, don't they? I like the idea of people walking into Clegg's office and Vince Cable's literally been chewed in half. He's standing there going, yeah, he's a mouse now!
Okay, if you received, I'll take an estimation of this, if you received all of the gifts listed in the 12 days of Christmas, how many presents would you receive?
Almost as many as in the Argos catalogue.
84.
No.
96.
68.
No.
Is it 12 plus 11 plus 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6?
Do socks count as one or two gifts?
It's a misreading of the thing.
No, it's not a misreading of the thing. On the 11th day, I received all the shite I've received in the other few days. I got them again, and I got an extra thing. That's the way the song
It's
works.
about 900.
Wait, I know this. There was only one person going to St Ives, because...
No, actually, you received 364.
Really?
Yeah, you should.
That's interesting.
I know.
A couple of years ago, I performed at the Royal Variety Performance. It was in December, and the producer said, "Oh, you should talk about being Australian." I said, "Well, what about it?" And they said, "Oh, you should talk about Christmas in Australia." I said, "Why?" They said, "Because it's hot there, isn't it?" I went, "Yeah." And they went, "Oh, hilarious." So because of them, I walked out and went, "Oh, hello, Your Majesty, Your Highness. My name's Adam. I'm going back to Australia tomorrow, so I can have a real Christmas." and got the same response you guys did. And went, you know, a real Christmas where we have Santa and a suntan. And for a second I thought, oh my God, what happens if you die on stage in front of the Queen? And then went, I should probably just send me to Australia. But then afterwards, when we were all in the lineup, and the Queen came round and she was shaking everyone's hand, and she came to me and she said, she said, I enjoyed your show, thank you. She said, it was accidental backhanded compliment. She said, the audience were very helpful, weren't they? Oh, wow. Basically, you were shit, but we got you over the line. And I didn't know what to say, so I went, oh, thank you, yes, Your Majesty. I think when one makes the effort to travel so far from London, the audience appreciate the effort one has gone to. And she went, what? And then I loved this. She went to walk on and she looked back at me and she actually said, did you fly here just for this show? And I said, oh, no, Your Majesty, I have been in London for a couple of weeks, but I am flying back to Australia first thing tomorrow morning. And I'm not kidding, she went, oh, yes. So you can have a real Christmas.
Owned by the Queen. What's going on here?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Is it an elk shagging a nesting box?
Has that tree got Dutch elk disease?
It's the... it's very Christmas. Is that bloke in the corner saying, I'm sorry, Rudolph? No, that's an automatic ban, I'm afraid.
Rudolph survived the crash, but unfortunately Santa really doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
It's a moose.
Yeah, is it? I was hoping it was an elk, because he was drunk, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He's a drunk moose.
And he got a terrible hangover, so I was hoping to say, how did he get rid of the hangover? Alka-Seltzer.
So you can't say it now. You have to say Moose-Seltzer.
Moose-Seltzer.
And Moose-Seltzer doesn't work with that.
Is the elk going, you're right, Brian, I couldn't jump over the tree?
The moose is saying, I'll come quietly, officer. Well, reasonably quietly. I don't know if you've ever heard a moose come before, but it's not subtle.
What's the difference between a moose and an elk, anyway? If you can tell that's not an elk.
I can't tell. I was told that that is a moose. I can't tell if it's a moose or an elk. I'm not going, well, in my long years of doing the Norwegian spring watch. And little Oddy. Oh, sorry. This just in, they're the same thing. It's too neat.
Yeah.
What? They're just the same thing. Just the same thing. Don't confuse people. They're the same thing.
Yeah, can I just tell you how that thing got over its hangover, then?
Yeah.
Alka-Seltzer.
They want you and me to wish them a happy Christmas.
To wish who a happy Christmas?
I don't know. The viewers. Hey, maybe you're watching this and the compilation shows you kind of bang out. Either way, happy Christmas.
And from me.
This is exciting. Really, is it just that phrase? Just that phrase. Wow. Okay. Sorry, let me get this out right. In other news... Thank you very much. Thank you very, very...
Dog eat, man. You're not in Canada now.
Well, how could this be any less dignified? Oh, yes, if we have to have our heads patted down.
This isn't my T-shirt. I brought a T-shirt that didn't work on the camera, so I went out and bought me this. It's the lowest V I've ever seen. I look like I work in Tony and Guy.
You try, don't you? You try, Andy.
You having my go?
Sorry. Oh, no, that's not right.
It's not right, is it?
That's not right. No, come on. No, that's not right. We're not animals. I don't want to start hurting people, all right?
Yeah.
Not that I could, anyway.
I'll come in again then, Mickey.
Sorry, I'll cover you again. I'm not fighting a dinosaur, not for anyone.
I just wanted to stand here.
Oh, no, the Canadians come in now.
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course I can. In other news, you want the magic words in other news? Put that on my gravestone.
What, in other news?
In other news,
Doreen
dead. No points for Andy.
Is it cable? Did you suddenly have a mental lapse for a moment?
You know what stopped me? My hair feels wrong.
Yeah. I've got the same thing.
When your hair just feels wrong.
I've had that.
You go, it just feels wrong. Like a...
Well, if you'd like, we can pause the entire recording until your hair feels right.
I had
Fred, could we all come back tomorrow?
That'd be lovely.
Could we possibly?
Right, okay, back to where we were.
Yeah. How's your hair? Is it all right?
Yeah, okay.
I think you're worth it.
Is it in fact a couple of arseholes follow shitbag?
These are the ones you clap. Don't come to us. These are the ones you want.
Merry Christmas!
Okay, Grant, we're just going to pause rather than any more points. I can't hand out any more of the imaginary points at this stage. Particularly the point where I handed both you points, thus rendering it pointless to hand either of you points at all. If I give you both points, you know, it's the same thing. Is that how you
Well, let us know if you think you're ever having a breakdown.
I will. Christmas story, heartwarming, delightful. There was a Christmas dinner. I think it was a Christmas dinner or the day after Stephen's Day, as known as Boxing Day here, and it was 3 generations of one side of the family: granny, uncles, aunts, kids, and people started telling jokes, and they're all like, what lies at the bottom of the ocean, nervous wreck, all these kind of cracker type jokes. And then my cousin, who was I was about 11, my cousin was about 12, 13, he said, "I've got a joke," and they said, "What's the joke?" And he said, "What's pink and hard, and you rub it in the bathroom?" And the table would thump, because all the elders went, "Oh," like that, and because he was the eldest cousin, I think, and so everyone below him went, "Oh, I don't know now." That's the interesting way. Could be many things. This is a teaser. And there's a pause, and he goes, "A bar of soap," and every elder went, "Whew," and all the kids went, "That doesn't." The soap in our house is green for a start. And that could have been it, except his dad, my uncle, then for some crazy reason went, "That's not the real answer, is it?"
Well, the first joke I ever told my mother was, and I was about 8, I think, I didn't understand it. I said, "How do you get to Shepherd's Bush?" "Up the shepherd's leg." And she sort of ignored it.
Okay, final thing, and all right, how much snow has to fall for an official white Christmas? Anyway, interesting, this one. For an official white Christmas to be declared in the UK.
10 inches? I checked. It's very little. It's about 5 centimetres.
No.
A flake.
1 flake.
No.
Andy Parsons is absolutely correct. 1 flake in the right place. With that. Oh, but it's Christmas. It's Christmas, so why should one team win rather than the other team? I declare none of you to be winners. None of you. Go back to your homes and study. Okay, the next topic is unlikely things to hear at Christmas.
I'm afraid Grandad's dead. He fell into a bowl of Christmas cake mix. Sounds unlikely, but you see under the surface, very strong currents.
It's time to drain the 25th vegetable in our advent calendar.
Bad news, son. Santa's just sent a text. Apparently he won't be able to make it until after the sales have started.
Your mother has always wanted to be somewhere hot for Christmas, so I've changed her to the Arga.
Santa's deliveries were much quicker this year because he didn't have to deliver to the naughty children of Tottenham and Croydon.
Oh, this is embarrassing, dear. The smaller set of underwear is actually for my secretary. I'm afraid Santa wasn't able to bring you a toy train, so he's brought you a toy replacement bus service.
These are just flattened pieces of cardboard. This is just an Xbox.
No. The Wii is yours, darling. It's not Granny's.
No, Grandad, you kissed under the mistletoe, not the camel toe.
I haven't got you a present, Grandma, because Daddy promised you'd be dead.
Either we've been burgled, or all Dad's got us for Christmas is a big poo in the middle of the carpet.
Now I got a Christmas presents early this year. I looted them in August.
We're turning the Christmas lights on in March. They're energy-saving bulbs. They should be ready by September.
So I've rubbed goose fat on these, so if you put your bra back on, Gran, I don't think you need to have to worry about the cold anymore.
That's a jumbo sausage roll, isn't it? That means I've eaten the Wii controller.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not shout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town and he's had an incredibly long drive. The last thing he needs is any shit off you two.
Oh, no, I have to say Merry Christmas. I literally cannot find it in my heart to say Merry Christmas. Ah.